Should we go?
Yeah, go.
Okay. Welcome back to the Immerse podcast, everybody. We're back for another Books That Change Us, Volume 4, Dan.
Volume 4.
Volume 4, we're getting there.
We're flying.
This is good fun, man. This is good fun. We're introducing people to pretty game-changing books from our experience. You know, it's changed us, and hopefully it can change other people as well.
Well, before we go into that, we want to say a massive thank you to Steve at Uma.
Steve at Uma, this is
Look
where
at this setup
Look
here.
at
If
this
you're
setup.
watching the audio, not the audio, watching the audio, you can't do that. We're in a pretty fancy little gaff here.
We are.
Courtesy of our last podcast guest.
Yep.
Great chat, that, by the way. Sorry I couldn't make that one.
It's all right, pal. We covered AI. We're using AI by the looks of it in this fancy studio because it's picking up our faces and voices.
Might as well put it to the test.
So, yeah, mate, loving these episodes we're doing with reviewing different books, mate, that have had impact on us, and people are recommending and sharing that they've listened and gone on to buy the book.
That's what we want.
Which is what we want, man.
Yeah.
Today's book is a book called Traction by Gino Wickman. Now,
Clever book.
very, very clever book. The main idea is that most businesses don't fail because of bad ideas. They fail because it's absolute chaos.
We can relate.
Yeah, especially, and this is more it's a business book, and it helps you get structure to the chaos.
Yep.
Finding calm in the chaos, and this is what Traction, the book, is all about. It's giving you a bulletproof system to run everything by. And some of the biggest entrepreneurs, businesses in the world now have read this book and adopted the system.
Yeah.
The system's called the EOS system, which is the Entrepreneurial Operating System. It kind of plays to human habits, knowing what an entrepreneur's mind is like, and then giving you structure and framework to make sure that this is organised.
Yeah. It's like what you were talking about with Steve on the last episode, isn't it? When you were talking about business, and one person can't be good at everything. In order for a business to really grow and develop, you can't have one person controlling all facets or having their hand in something where they shouldn't.
Yeah.
In terms of that's not their area of expertise and things like that.
Yeah.
And it really helps you to decide who's going to get what role and when you need to let your ego go and step back.
Yeah.
And this book actually taught me something about a big decision that I had to make for the growth and development of Immerse. And it was this book that really made me question myself as well, which were obviously a good thing.
I didn't know that until today.
No, you didn't, did you?
I didn't know that until today. But just run us through that then, because it's had a highly impactful. You've had a highly impactful response just from reading it.
Yeah, it made me reflect, because there's obviously the 6 steps, the 6 things that businesses must master in order to succeed long term.
Yeah.
So, you've got number 1, the vision. Number 2, the people. Number 3, the data. Number 4, the issues. Number 5, the process. And number 6, traction. So obviously we're going to touch on each part.
Yeah.
But it was part 2. Number 2, the people. You need the right people in the right seats. Now then, obviously, looking at that, it made me reflect on what I had going at the time. And a current business owner myself of my own personal training brand, which needs a lot of my time and operation and facilitation as well, and planning, and there's a lot of things that are involved to that. And then obviously we're doing what we're doing. you're taking more of an aggressive approach to the business, scaling your other cleaning business back so that you can put more time into immerse. Whereas I couldn't do that. So it made me question my seat at the table. And it was this book that really highlighted it to me. And I was like, whoa, I'm not that guy, you know? And in order for it to grow properly, long term, like we keep talking about, you know, it's not just one of them where we, you know, walking the walk and you got, you know, talk the talk, walk the walk. So it was one of those where I was like, holy shit, I don't think I'm in the right seat. So I need to take myself out of it. For the longevity of everything. You know, my own current business, I wasn't doing a great job with that. I was kind of like skimming over things and I wasn't doing anything well, which didn't feel good. And then obviously I didn't want to let you down. I didn't want it to impact our friendship. So, and I wanted the business to succeed long term.
And we were just tapping on this while we'd just been to Heights, hadn't we, for a sauna, and we sat talking to our mate Louise. Louise Mortimer. Big shout out to Lou.
Shout out Louise.
What a human she is.
She is.
We were just talking about, you know, you having the kind of the self-awareness to even step out of what we were in the moment, in the weeds. I guess that's what this book helps you do. It helps you look at things from an aerial perspective, which is what everyone needs to do.
The title is The Books That Change Us. You know? So yeah, it had a huge impact. Who knows if we'd have continued doing what we were doing, if it had worked as well. You know, you're in a completely different position as a result of it. And it's one that kind of we're meant to be, really. I do feel that. So, yeah.
Everything happens for a reason. We're exactly where we need to be, Dan.
Yes.
With a little help from this book. So, I think maybe I'm sure people can relate, especially like people who are trying to start a business and do it all by themselves.
Which many people
it's do. Very common, you know, and there's a term for it as solopreneurs, which are starting businesses just with themselves and try to scale it just by themselves. It's even beneficial for someone like that because you still need to know exactly how to structure a business in order for it to succeed. Like them 6 points that you mentioned. Even if you are by yourself, you still need to understand exactly how many sort of roles there is to, you know, to go through in the business. So this book is for people who are more involved in building a bigger team, but also people that are in business by themselves. Just to have that aerial perspective, just to come up above and just look down at it.
Like, who do I need to fulfill this role?
Or if it's just me, right, I need to focus this amount of time on number 2 now or number 3, you know, and it's structure. And often people who end up in business more like the visionary sort of people, it's chaos. My mind's been absolute chaos a lot of time. You try to spin several plates, you know, starting a business here, family here, another business. Oh, I'll chuck another business in there. Oh, podcast over here. and without any sort of structure within that, it's just not sustainable.
No, it doesn't feel good, does it?
It does not feel good at all. And it's kind of just putting, you know, what we're going to go on to talk about, weekly meetings. 90-day sort of meetings, you know, setting goals.
Reviews,
all of that stuff. It's all in this book and it's I think anyone that's in business needs to read this book, man.
For sure. Absolutely.
Anyone. And if you think that you're above reading something like that, you're wrong, bruv or sister.
Ego's too big.
Ego's too
But
big.
It makes you check your ego, doesn't it? In order for anything to work, you've got to have a healthy ego, and you've got to know when to step back and know that, there's certain parts of your traits or what you're doing that are unhealthy for the longevity of your business.
Yeah.
So it's learning about yourself as well, and knowing when to put your foot on gas, when to take it off, who to put in what seat, and all those sorts of things. Yeah. I mean, that was my biggest teaching from reading this book. What about you?
I think it kind of highlights what your weaknesses are, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
For me, numbers is, I'm in business, but numbers, I'm just not naturally inclined to look at numbers and work out numbers.
You have to.
But that is what business is. If you don't know numbers, then you don't have business. So for me, the biggest part was, part of this book is you keep a scorecard of your business.
Yeah. You're a very passionate person, aren't you? Very passion-led.
Yeah.
If it's feeling good and there's energy and you get drawn into that feel. And I think that's what massively drives you as a human.
Yeah.
But then obviously the logistics and the numbers and stuff like that, something that's like, oh yeah, that'll just sort itself out. And it's like, no mate, it won't.
Yeah. So we all need pulling down a peg.
Yeah.
And this is what, if you're serious about business, then you need to cover all aspects. Because I have been like that in the past. I have. It's like
we've both learned a
lot. Numbers. What do you mean, bro?
On this path,
yeah,
we've both learned a lot up to now.
Yeah,
but that's the beauty of the journey, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And we're rolling. We are rolling. Do you want to talk through the 6 points, mate?
Yeah, I'd love to. The key components. So this is the core value part of the book, really. The EOS system says every business must master these 6 things. We'll start with number 1, which is vision, Dan. Everyone in the business, right from the top, needs to understand where this ship is heading, so everyone can row in the same direction. So the vision is probably right at the top of the board, really.
Yeah.
It's something to anchor back to every single time.
It's a constant reminder, isn't it?
Yeah.
No matter which direction you're getting pulled in, because you do get pulled in multiple directions with opportunities, collaborations, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Is this aligned?
Is it aligned with the vision? That's a constant question that you must ask yourself. There's shiny. Alex Hormozy calls it, the woman in the red dress. Opportunities coming along that look shiny, but often, those women also come with a lot of daddy issues.
And will burn you.
But it's the same, the idea of that concept is shiny things present themselves, and you have to have the ability to align that with the vision or not. Vision is very important, and the right person has to be in charge of that part as well.
Yeah.
Someone that's able to see a few moves down the line potentially, and not just sort of reactive in the moment. And I guess that's where it brings us to number 2, which is people.
Yeah, like what we've discussed previously. This was the bit that made me learn the right people in the right seats.
Yeah.
There's a thing that talks about in the book, which I have spoke about actually on this podcast before, and I use it with my personal training. I've spoke to you about it. It's the GWC.
GWC.
Yeah, and I love that. I really do. It really I'm having that.
Yeah.
I can see it working with my business too. I can see it when...
Explain that.
Yeah, so when it's talking about the people, so it's like, do you get the role? That's the G.
Do you get it?
Do you get it? So do you have the skill set for the role?
Mm-hmm.
For me, for example, how I refer it to is, all right, you want to build muscle. And do you understand what you need to do in order to do that? So you need progressive overload. You need to be training 3 to 4 times a week, mainly strength and muscle building exercises. You need to be in a calorie surplus. Do you know where you understanding the role? Do you get the role?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Right, okay. Do you want that?
W.
That's the W.
Do you want it?
Do you want to do that now?
Yeah.
And then the third question is, do you have capacity for the role?
The C.
So it's like, actually, no, I get it. Yeah, I want it. But at the minute, with everything that I've got going on, I wouldn't be able to do it well enough to fulfill that role.
Yeah. Do you have the time capability?
And that's why you need your regular check-ins and your meetings and clear communication.
Yeah.
So, that's...
that came from Bedros Koulian, didn't it? On from his podcast as well. But it's from this book, isn't it? Yeah, it's from... So Bedros, a savage sort of entrepreneur from America, he talked... I think that's actually where I were introduced to this book. From listening to Bedros.
Yeah.
He swore by it, and he runs like multi-million-pound companies, and his businesses are run through this strategy, through the EOS system, from reading this book.
Yeah.
So it's like
there's a playbook there.
Yeah.
Helping you break things down.
Yeah.
Step by step. You got to have a look, haven't you?
Yeah.
Take something from it at least.
Yeah. So like the GWC, obviously referring to a business, then you're asking someone who's coming on board or someone that's already in the business who wants a different role, do you get it? Do you want it? Do you have the capacity to fulfill? And that's a great filter to run through.
Yeah. And it's honest, isn't it? It's honest reflection.
Yeah.
And it makes you go, yeah, but not right now. Yeah, I do want it, but actually thinking about it, when I've got this to do and that to do, then the capacity side of it is compromised.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be able to do it well enough. So we'll bank that idea for now. And then everybody's continuing to row in the same direction again, you know, when you're on the ship moving in a certain way.
Yeah.
And it ain't getting too messy. So that bit really helped me as well. And again, something that I apply with my personal training clients, it just really makes it all simple in terms of when someone's starting out a fitness journey, and they say they want X, Y, and Z, it's like, okay, this is what it's going to entail. This is roughly the time scales that you're looking at working in. Are you all right with that? Here's what I advise you do. Would you do it this way? I'm not telling you what to do. You've got to walk in these shoes.
Yeah.
You know? So it really helps that understanding of working with somebody as well. And you're not just becoming, like my role as a coach, I'm not just a dictator. I'm somebody to help.
Yeah.
I help people. I don't just tell you what to do, because if I part ways with that person, they don't know what to do, and they need another coach to help them. They've got other views, other opinions. So my approach to it is to help that person build their own autonomy on how to look after themselves long term, with their health, with their training, with their nutrition, etc. You're
not catching the fish, you're teaching them how to fish.
Yeah.
Is that the quote, Dan?
That's it. That's the one.
That's mint. I'd probably argue, mate, that the people element probably could be number one.
Yeah, but you got to know what it is that you're trying to achieve first. You got to have that goal. You know?
Yeah, and then if you get the right people in the right seats.
If you've got somebody who's really good at sales, but they work for, I don't know, Coca-Cola, distributing sugar worldwide that impacts health.
Yeah.
And then their diet is not aligned with your diet or your vision or whatever that business is going to be, their actions and behaviours might be a bit shady.
Yeah.
And it's like, but they're really good at what they do. But you're not rowing in my direction.
Yeah. I'll take that comment back because I've just had a realisation there. Once you have the vision, you then attract the right people for the right seats by simply explaining what the vision is.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, you're right there, Dan.
They won't be sat at the table in the first place, will they?
Yeah. It attracts like for like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But the people element is so important, man. So important.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like
the team, innit?
We could probably do a full episode on that. But even when we did the Go Giver, the book, we're talking about it on there. The people in a business. It's why often you go back to a business.
Yeah.
Example, like a restaurant.
Yeah.
You go back because of the people.
Yeah.
So we've had number 1, vision. Number 2, people. Number 3, data.
Yeah.
Or data, if you're from the US.
Data.
Businesses should run on numbers, not emotions. Okay.
All right.
Just learning that one. and my mate, friend of the show, Luke Ambler, comes to mind. He's a very passionate man, but first, is this going to work? Logistically, financially, and it's kind of, in a business sense, some ways polar opposite to how I operate, but we need somewhere in between. I like how it goes about things because it is crash testing this financially before it even starts. You've got to be careful.
And treading with caution, isn't it? You know, it's like testing the waters and in terms of investments and getting some sort of feedback, starting small, building, laying the foundation down, not putting shiny glass roofs on top of a shit foundation. There's a lot of businesses that grow too fast. I can think of a few that spring to mind. I'm not going to mention any names, but I can think of a few businesses that they're not standing the test of time, and they're not learning how to adapt and pivot
and sustain.
Because you've got to be able to do that as well.
Yeah, constantly. There is a balance though with that, I think. Because if you just ran data on everything and just purely data, then a lot of ideas would never exist.
Well, the data weren't looking good for us, were it?
If we just ran data, mate, we wouldn't be.
But with the right reasons that sat well with us and the vision, ultimately, that kept us in.
Yeah.
But if somebody else had been sat at the table that were more money orientated, more numbers orientated, they'd have been like, boys, come on now.
And you know what? Let's be honest. We had someone who invested some money into our business, into Immerse.
Yeah.
And we explained the vision, but I must say at the time, the vision was not very clear for us in that moment. It's become very clear now. But going back to that, what you just said, we had someone put money in and they took it back out. Yeah. And I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Just going purely on data and numbers, it didn't look good. But now it's getting there. We're getting there very slowly but surely. But yeah, like you say, when it just comes down to numbers, sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And it didn't with that particular relationship, but it is what it is.
But again, number one, vision.
Yeah.
That's why it's where it is, isn't it? It kept us in, the vision kept us in. The gold will will be coming at some point.
Yeah.
You know, we just got to keep digging a bit more.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and roll the sleeves up.
With the right intentions.
That's it. So, yeah, but the data is important still. You know, you've got to be assessing the figures, and that's ultimately what helps you pivot as well. Because we had to do that. We had to pivot based on the numbers.
Yeah.
And it's like, this angle ain't going to work. Like these margins are too tight, and the vision is good, but it's not sustainable because of the data.
Yeah.
And again, that's something that you need to be talking about and running through.
Yeah. Just a quick one on that. So specifically in that data section, they talk about keeping a scorecard for your business.
Yeah.
A scorecard. So you've got key numbers that you keep a check on every single week. You know, it might be revenue, it might be new leads, it might be profit, it might be new customers. How many customers have you lost? Sort of 4 or 5 key numbers that you keep track on every single week. The importance of that I can't even stress, because you'll know what it's like, and everyone probably listening who's in business, you let those, you just kind of, if you're not that way inclined, you just kind of ignore it, and it's just like, yeah, things are getting paid.
Let's push it under carpet.
Things are getting paid. We're still eating. We're still alive. Not had any brown envelopes yet, so we'll just carry on. You know that? But that's the mindset, and it has been for me. But it just can't be anymore. It just can't be. You need to check in regularly.
Yeah.
Weekly scorecard. If you don't take anything else, take that one.
Have it. Number 4, issues. So identifying them, discussing them, solving them fast.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Again, it's something that most people would shy away from.
Yeah.
You know, it might just brush it under the carpet. And especially with having an environment where you can be open, maybe sat around with your team, whoever that might be, and just getting it out on table. Right, got an issue, nothing personal.
But you're shit.
But you're a shit house. Off your pop.
Silly.
Yeah. You know, this is the issue. Everyone talks about it. It's a safe environment. Discuss it. And how do we solve it?
Yeah, leave your ego outside of the office and let's get to the bottom of what we need to do and let's all move forward again.
Yeah, and it's up to the person who's in charge of that
to facilitate
it in a healthy way, in a healthy manner. And that's massive.
Yeah,
it's huge.
That's music to my ears right now.
Yeah. You know, Dan. There's always going to be issues in business, in anything, in life. And we need to be okay with discussing it openly and coming up with a solution together. That is mostly what business is. It's solving problems.
Yeah.
Constantly, firefighting. And being able to hold that space with, even if you just sit down with yourself and do it. Do it with your team, do it with your family at home, you know. It's always good to discuss it.
And again, like, you know, the right people in the right seats.
Yeah.
So let's say if the CEO or the owner, you know, someone's right at the top of the tree that's making the big decisions, the hard decisions, and potentially facilitating these difficult conversations.
Yeah.
If you can't have them and things are getting brushed and the team's getting disgruntled, that's not good, is it? You know, like that, the wheels are going to fall off.
Yeah.
So that person who's at the top of the tree to facilitate these difficult conversations that might need to be had at times, but then come up with a fast solution, a fair solution that gets everyone back on side and moving forward again. It's a tough role, that. And you've got to really question yourself.
Yeah. Very tough role. Because it's oftentimes you're going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But the I guess the alternative to that is you're not going to have a business anymore. So these conversations are imperative
Yeah,
for the life and soul of everything.
for sure. For sure. So that's the issues, number 4. Number 5, process. So it's document the way that you do things. Consistency creates scale. And that's what businesses you're ultimately trying to do.
Yeah.
If everything relies on memory and personality, you don't have a business, you've got some chaos.
Yeah. Yeah, and it comes back to, and I think a lot of, let's just say, self-employed, one-man bands, the business is you. It's literally, it's all in your mind.
Yeah.
If for whatever reason you cannot work, no one can step in because they don't know how you do it. So I think the idea of that is getting everything in your mind out onto paper into a documented process. Even if you don't ever have to use it, it's there. And then it potentially is a scalable business. It takes you as the key person out of it almost.
That's the tough part for me.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's only so much you can put onto paper, isn't there?
No, I mean in my role, I'm talking about my personal training business, my coaching business. It's it's me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the hard bit. Coaching can't be rinse and repeated, really. It's a very personal thing.
Yeah.
You know, and certain people gravitate to a coach for a certain reason and they'll put their trust in that individual and you'll work together. And that's really hard to scale that.
Yeah.
Like you're scaling gyms, you can't scale yourself, which is, I found, the biggest struggle.
Yeah. And there will be exceptions where, listen, this is not a scalable business, and that's all right. And certain industries where you are, there will be, like, you become the bottleneck, and maybe there's no way through that. But that's when you have to adapt. Like yourself, you're looking at doing some online stuff now, aren't you? And that's
it never really sat well with me. Just down to the not knowing who my ideal customer is, because I help
the vision
lots of different people for different things. I've coached 2 women through pregnancy all the way to final date. 39, approaching 40 weeks pregnant.
That's mega, isn't it?
And then I've got an athlete as well. That's it's completely other end of the spectrum.
16-year-old.
Rugby scholar, for example.
Yeah.
The ways that I'm communicating with them, the ways that I'm programming from them, and the intensity that I'm putting them through, completely different. And it's knowing which hat to put on for that. Yeah. Now, getting back to that point, I've never known which niche I'm really going to go down with it, but I know now. So that's why it's made it a lot clearer for me to, start running something online and again, getting a bit of a playbook for it.
Yeah. Do you quickly want to plug that, Dan?
Not yet.
You can't say too much.
No, not yet. Rugby players. I want you.
There you go. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Not a lot, baby girl. Just a little bit. So the back to that one then. That were process. Get everything down, document it, so you can coach people that come into. Essentially, when you're growing the team, you need to be able to replace your role with someone else, and someone else needs to see what that role entails entirely.
That's the one.
Number 6, Dan.
Number 6, traction.
Traction, the name of the book.
Yes. This is the execution part. Set 90-day priorities, which are highlighted as rocks.
Rocks, yeah, they call it rocks.
meet weekly
Yep.
and hold people accountable.
Yep.
Big one.
You see, that's mint, innit? Just that in itself. You can't not progress if you're sticking with this system. You're meeting weekly. You're setting goals and you're being held accountable by other team members.
It'll happen, won't it?
It's got to happen. You're sharing issues. You're coming up with solutions. It's just a constant movement forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can see why this system is very successful for a lot of businesses. Vision. There's a little quote here, Dan. Vision without traction is hallucination. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it literally is. It's just a thought. It's words.
But it's same
There's no
in,
action.
It's same in like my industry. Again, I can refer to that. The amount of people that know how to eat healthily, that know how to isolate a muscle group, that know about cardiovascular and burning calories. So that ultimately they've got everything in their back pocket, knowledge-wise, and all you need to do is go online and listen to a few different coaches talking about the same subject. So it's all there. The information's there. Why aren't you doing it then? Because you're not accountable. Your actions are flaky.
Yeah.
You're not structured enough to make it happen consistently to get a good result. This is why the accountability of a coach helps. This is why the accountability of a team helps.
Yeah.
Because everyone goes in the same direction.
Yeah.
I'm loving being back part of my amateur rugby club at the minute.
Yeah.
You know, I've not played a game yet. I'm not going to play anytime soon because stress levels have been too high. My diet's not been great myself because I haven't had a kitchen for a month.
Same.
So I know that I'll break at the age that I'm at if I do anything too exerting.
Yeah.
But I've loved the accountability of the group.
Yeah.
I've loved that if somebody's late for training, they're putting money in pot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and everyone's calling each other out and people are singing on the same hymn sheet. They got a great win at the weekend, by the way.
Against Siddle, didn't they?
Big
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Yeah, big that for the
Yeah.
lads. Really tough for them. Good start to the season. And I've really enjoyed being part of that group and listening to how they're communicating with each other. Standard rugby stuff. It's abusive, but it's positive as well.
From a place of love.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, just being part of that and seeing how that's working and that's been pretty cool too.
That's cool, mate. So you, just to let people know, you've signed on for one of our local rugby league teams.
Yeah.
At the tender age of 42.
Yeah, I'm fast approaching my 43rd.
43rd birthday in May.
Yeah.
Just quickly tell people about that because that's interesting, man.
I'm crazy, and that's it.
Tell us all we don't know.
It's just aligned again. You know, if I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm going to do online, it aligns with that. How I'm recovering, how I'm treating my body, how I'm repairing and fueling and training in order to make myself robust enough. And if I can do it at this age and show a few bits, then I'm sure other people might want to jump on board too. I've got a pretty good resume of helping athletes as well reach the highest levels, but I don't just want to lean on what other people have done. I want to show them as well.
I love it.
So if I can do it now, when people think I'm crazy, and I like that, kind of like, I'm like, yeah, you think I'm crazy?
Yeah.
Good. You're right. But again, like, we keep talking about life is short, you know, and stuff like that. And I feel physically still quite capable.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it.
Love it, bro.
Because it seize the day. Tomorrow's not promised.
Seize the day.
We never know what's around the corner. And I like the idea of working towards a goal because, again, it keeps me accountable to something.
Yeah.
I don't just like to train just for the sake of staying in shape. It just don't really float my boat. You know, it's not enough for me.
Yeah.
So I like that challenge and the physicality of it.
Yeah.
And the game's got quick. pitch.
Has it?
Oh, yeah.
Has it, yeah.
Yeah, it's quick. This new play the ball rule as well, wow.
Right.
It'd suit me if I play 9 anyway, let's put it that way.
I don't think, you probably do realise the potential impact it could have from people looking on and people that have got that self-talk of, I'm too old, I'm done, you know? And,
a lot
you're
of
stepping
people,
up.
a lot of people that are around my age are like, "You are mental.
Yeah.
What are you doing?" And and I feel like that's them saying that to me because of where they're at and how they're feeling.
Yeah.
And they're tired on a morning and they're stiff and they don't move as well and they don't feel as strong and they've lost the libido and all the rest of it. It's like, I'm all right, mate.
Yeah.
I'm all right. I think we'll see.
Will be.
We'll see.
Seize the day, bro.
Is what it is.
I did the same myself at weekend.
Yeah, you did. Well done.
You know,
stepped on the mats.
We're stepping into uncertainty.
Yeah, you know what? As well, like I'm really. I don't want to patronise you when I say this, but I'm really proud of you because it's like I don't think I'd have done that with the prep that you had. You didn't have good prep because you were poorly.
God, yeah.
You'd only been doing jiu-jitsu 3 months. And then because you've had a bout of illness as well, which would have definitely impacted your performance, no doubt. You've not been sleeping well because you're young. It's like you were up against it, and then you were still more than willing to put yourself out there and just, it is what it is, and I'm opening myself up to whatever the outcome is.
Yeah.
And I like to go into things really feeling like I'm going to win. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, I need that. I need that confidence going into it. And you were just like, I'm just going for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, respect.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd have done that.
Yeah. Fair play. Yeah. And I remember having a phone call with you and you were leaning towards maybe saying, probably don't do it, Al.
Yeah, no.
Which I respect because it comes from a place of love, by the way. And I've been called crazy a lot recently as well. There's a theme here. But yeah, I was talking to Craig Tetley from Dream Art. Big shout out to Craig.
Shout out, Craig.
Craig were in my corner. So I entered a jiu-jitsu competition at weekend. Empire Grappling in Manchester. 3 months training. Everyone that I fought against, I ended up having 3 matches.
Which you thought you were going to have one.
I thought I were only having one. Dane were there, my mate Dane.
Oh, yeah.
And Zach Smith. They were both in my corner. And I said to everyone before I stepped on, I said, look, me winning today is the fact that I'm here and I'm going to step onto that mat. Because I've had, like I say, I twinged my knee a couple of weeks ago. Not trained since. I've been poorly, no sleep, blah, blah, blah. And all these excuses that I could have used
to pull out
of that. And I guess it is growth. It's growth from a former self of wanting to go in and win. But then I'm just like, actually,
the win is just doing it.
The win is doing it and experiencing it. And I did. And experienced it. Fucking hell, did I experience it? I'm struggling. I think I broke my rib, potentially, but it is what it is. I held my own, you know. My first fight, I lost it in the last 20 seconds because I was just so cooked. Won my second fight comfortably. And then I lost the third because I was just absolutely blasted at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, going to that depth where adrenaline dumps and everything, it was just so intense. But
you can never train for that experience. It's totally out of your window of tolerance. You don't, because you don't tolerate that in training, that intensity.
Yeah, and the environment. You know,
it's like heavy, and it's
hot.
Heavy. Yeah.
My
I can relate to the boxing.
Yeah. My throat went completely dry. I was drinking water. I was like, fucking hell, is this like invisible water or something?
Yeah. When I did it with boxing, I felt quite fit to spar at a decent pace.
Yeah.
around 6 to 8 rounds, 3-minute rounds, 1 minute off, 6 to 8 rounds, good pace, good lads.
Yeah.
Fighting's not the same at all. At all. I did 3 threes in my first fight, and I nearly fell out of the ring. I was that exhausted.
Yeah.
Because you're not just trying to land a shot; you're trying to hurt them.
Yeah.
You're trying to put them away if you rattle them.
Yeah.
So the intensity and
and they're also
trying to do the same.
Yeah, it's completely different.
So that intensity, you can never really practice that unless you're doing it. And again, you stepped out there and felt that experience. So I do respect you for that. Under circumstances as well, I was like, Jesus Christ, that's some going.
Yeah, thank you, mate. It were good. It were great. I learned so much, and that, the result of going through that now, I've learned so much about myself, about where I am in my journey with jiu-jitsu, and what I'll do differently next time, and what I can train now. I've got video footage looking back at it, it were worth it.
Yeah, good.
So step in, guys, is what I'll say. Step in, even if you don't feel ready, because you're never 100% ready for anything.
No.
So maybe that's how we end this episode, mate.
I think so.
And
get the book. Get the book, Traction.
Traction by Gino Wickman. If you're in business and you're serious about it, you need this book. You need it, because it's like it's a survival kit.
Yeah, it's a playbook.
It's a playbook, survival, necessary.
Yeah.
So go get it, guys. That's this week's episode.
That's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you took something from that, as always.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one, guys. Peace. Peace.
There he is.
Stop.